Hey guys, what's up? Eric here with driverlineup.com. World's okayest steering wheel holder. Rocking the do-it-all hat. I've been meaning to wear this hat. This morning I was sleeping up top because we've been parked all night. So I sleep up top so our German Shepherd has room to, because she gets in the bottom bed and sprawls out. So I wanted a good sleep. Slept up top. Alarm went off and rolled over, and there's the do-it-all hat. So I'm like, all right, today's a good day to bust out the do-it-all hat. Give it its maiden voyage. Which, by the way, you guys, Do-It-All Trucker. If you're not following him, go subscribe to his channel. Just search Do-It-All Trucker. That dude's become a real good friend to Jenna and I. He's just really good people, man. You know, if we're going through something now, I don't know if he likes it or not, but he's kind of become our first call, you know. And you know, he's been driving for like 8 years too, so not all of that with Prime, but he's got, you know, he's got enough experience to where he thinks of things we don't think of. And so he's just, he's a cool dude, man. He's become a really good friend. So Do-It-All, thanks, man. We appreciate you, and thanks for the hat. Told you I'd bust it out. So anyway, we are in North Carolina, about to go pick up a pet food load headed to Nebraska. I'll tell you a little bit about that in a second, but as you saw in the title, Jenna doesn't know I'm making this video yet, so say to Jenna when you watch this, I'm not going to tell her what it is until she watches it. Congratulations on 1 year. It's pretty freaking cool. I'm really happy for you. You've been an amazing co-driver, an amazing partner in this wild journey, and you're a great truck driver, so love you much and congratulations. And I'll try to get her to do a video maybe later today or tomorrow and give you guys her 1 year take on driving for Prime. But yeah, she's a year in, man. It's crazy that a year's passed. I'll never forget. Now, for those who don't know, Jenna was on my truck before she decided to drive for Prime. So she was already pretty familiar. She was helping me with paperwork. She was helping me run a business before she decided to drive for Prime. And then, I can't remember the reason, but I had gone out on a run for a couple weeks without her. And my fleet manager said, hey man, you know, you want to get a student on the truck? And I thought about it. I was like, wow, I don't know, I like having Jenna and Remy, my dog, on the truck. So I texted Jenna and I called Jenna and I said, listen, don't think about how I might feel about it, because she always wants to take my feelings into account on big decisions, you know. I said, don't think about that for a second. Don't ask me what I think about this. Just tell me right now, from only your perspective, your thoughts, what would be your immediate reaction? Do you want to drive the truck? And she immediately said, yes. So we were off and running, man. We have a great recruiter. If anybody needs a recruiter, if you guys are thinking about coming to Prime, of course, my driver code is below, along with my cell phone number. You can text me any questions. I have a great recruiter. But I called the recruiter and I was like, hey, Jenna's, you know, she's ready to drive, so I'm gonna get her set up and rolling as soon as we can. And so my recruiter called Jenna like 10 minutes after we had this discussion, and Jenna was signed up to go to Prime. It's like 6 days after that, you know. So imagine, you know, a lot of you guys, myself included, you have this plan in place for like for weeks. You know, I had this plan to go to Prime in place for like 6 weeks. I had a lot of other things I was dealing with and getting set up and ready. So I had 6 weeks to watch a ton of YouTube videos and try to get myself prepared for this new career. And Jenna had like just the time it took for me to get back to Springfield, you know, and less than a week later, or like a week later or something, there she is going through orientation. So talk about a big change in life that just happened so fast, you know. But she had some balls, man. She didn't hesitate. She's like, I want to drive a truck. And then she was in orientation like a week later, driving a truck a week later. She went into PSD. Her training went really well. She had no incidents, no critical events, no accidents. She trifected on her CDL test. Now, we spent a ton of time on the pad, you guys. We spent a lot of time on the pad. I mean, she had that shit down. She was in PSD for like 3 weeks. Because we just weren't in a hurry, you know what I mean? It's not like a normal truck where you got a student who they're obviously wanting to hurry up and get there. At the time, I think it was, she had 50,000 miles. When I went through TNT, it was 30,000 miles, but we just weren't in any kind of a super hurry. We did want to kind of hurry to get her CDL. I think it ended up being like 3 weeks in PSD. And then in her TNT, we weren't in a hurry at all. I think she did way over the required miles because, you know, we were teaming no matter what. So she finally did upgrade, and she hits a year this week. So it's just crazy. It's crazy how fast that time went by. It's crazy that Jenna is a professional driver. She's a very good driver. She could take the truck and trailer on her own, you know, and she's totally, you know, competent, and I trust my life, you know, putting my life in her hands. And I don't know that there's a whole lot of people I could do that with. I go to sleep in the back and I have no concerns whatsoever that she's going to drive that truck safely and handle situations in a safe manner. So it's pretty freaking cool, guys. So she is out of her year. No longer any contractual obligation. And everybody says Prime's just a starter company. You're going to want to leave and do something different after that year. She has no desire to go do something different. We love it. We both love it. Getting ready to buy our first truck. So it's pretty cool, you guys. Anyway, we got this load going to Nebraska, which I'm pretty pleased with. Now, sales did try to get me to go to California yesterday. Y'all know. Did I say y'all? I'm a Yankee and I said y'all. I'll probably say it a few more times in my career. Y'all know I don't like California. I don't want nothing to do with California. And they tried to get me to take a load. They actually pre-planned it to me, I think 3 times. Same exact load with different trip numbers. And I just have to keep telling my fleet manager, nope, same load. I don't want it. I'm not gonna run this. And with a, you know, pretty tight window too. So what they were doing is they were trying to keep me, well, I'm not alleging sales was doing anything malicious. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I think they probably knew that if I'd gotten to within 2 hours of my PTA, I was going to get on load choice, and then I was going to see the other loads. So they just kept trying to pre-plan me before I got access to load choice. And then I got when load choice finally popped up, sure enough, there's loads I want. Not super great paying loads. Like I've told you guys before, I don't just jump for the best paying load. There's a lot of other things that go into it. There were 6 loads, a couple Gatorade loads, a couple other loads. The reason that I took this load was because it drops off just outside of Omaha, not too far from Omaha, Nebraska, and I always get great loads out of there. Great loads. I mean, it's over there in the meat patch. There's actually really good meat loads right in Omaha, or not in Omaha. They're right across the river there in Council Bluffs, across from the casino. Some of you guys are probably familiar with that Tyson. So there's really good meat loads up there. So it didn't pay too bad either. It was like $1.45, something like that. So it wasn't terrible pay either. But it was more about getting up out of here and getting somewhere where we're gonna get a better load. So that's what we're doing. We got plenty of sleep. Oh yeah, and I had a little time to pick it up too. And we just wanted to catch up on some sleep, get some showers, which we did last night. So that's our situation. I think we're really fortunate. I've been talking to a lot of trucks that are struggling this weekend because a lot of the shippers and receivers are closing over the weekend, getting ready for Thanksgiving. So we're fortunate to get a load that's going to eat up the weekend, which is good. Not have us sitting around waiting. So good stuff. Anyway, let me go get some coffee and figure out what our route is to this 01. Jenna's gonna finish it. We actually, because of the way we ran the load yesterday morning, she actually got a 34-hour reset, and even though we didn't need it, we both had like 50 hours. And then if I let her do most of the driving and the work today, then I'll get my 34 in tonight, and then I'll start driving tonight, and I'll run the first 600 miles of this load late tonight. So we'll have to take a little nap later on today. Excuse me guys, jeez, haven't had coffee yet. That's what happens. So anyway, all right, that's our update. Man, my beard's out of control. I gotta go oil that thing up. That's our update for this morning. So stay safe out there guys, make good decisions, and as always, drive to thrive. Talk to you soon.